You love your Cricut, but guess what? Before you can get it to work right, you must master Cricut Design Space. In this video, I've compiled some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hacks for you to understand how to master Design Space. Because if you can't master it, you'll never be able to get an amazing completed project. So go ahead, dive in with me, and you're gonna be blown away with all of these ideas to help you master Design Space with ease. Let's just think about what we've got going on. It is so good. So good.
Y'all, first of all, let me say how excited I am to finally be able to host this week. I have not hosted a single day this week, and it
Devil's
has been
playing with the church's money.
It's been killing me.
Crazy.
I'm not very good at being sick. I'm a doer for sure, and yeah. I was literally laying in bed the past few days, crying because I felt bad, but crying because I couldn't get up and I couldn't do anything.
Listen, I'll be the first to say we have missed you.
Well, I have missed, as crazy as it sounds, I have missed being at work. Because
I'm sure.
At least it keeps me busy and my mind off of things.
Yeah.
So I want to show you guys what we're going to be creating today, and we'll go overhead. We are going to be creating these adorable print and cut little gift vouchers, gift tickets. These are great for birthdays, holidays, just because gifts. I love doing this, especially for the littles in our life, whether it be a trip to the zoo, cookie baking night, a movie night, whatever. And it doesn't even have to be for your littles. You can do this and really make a very good personalized gift for a significant other in your life. So many things you can do with this, okay? So I'm gonna be teaching you all how we can create this in Canva, and then we can put it into Design Space. All we have to do is upload and cut.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So, speaking on materials that you're gonna need, it's actually pretty minimal. So you're gonna need some type of mat. Now I do have a standard grip mat here. The light grip mat that we had yesterday, I truly feel like it's on our last leg. So I do have a standard grip mat. If you have a light grip mat, great. It doesn't matter. You all can learn in the feel of your mat. If you feel like it's too sticky for paper, get a light grip mat. It's just our light grip mat that we have in the studio right now is a little too light. So we need a mat and white cardstock and an inkjet printer, although the inkjet printer is not in here, and that's about it. So we've gone over all of the supplies that you're gonna need for this project. Let's go ahead and dive right into creating. So here we are on the, I've got the mouse backwards. Here we are on the Maker's Gonna Learn website. Now, we do have a few little elements on our ticket that is Maker's Gonna Learn file and font. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what we have on our ticket. First off, we have a flower. I mean, number one.
They're beautiful.
Number one, can we take a minute to look at these watercolor bows? I didn't even know they were there. They took my breath away.
They're beautiful.
I'm obsessed with them. Roller Babe? Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I was. I am obsessed with all of these. So anyway, we're gonna go to, I'm not exactly sure what this falls under. It is linked down below. We'll just type in flower. This is a little yellow flower. It's gonna come up lots of different flowers, guys. You can see here, they're all linked. I can't even go to YouTube to find the link. But anyway, you can see there's lots of different things. But I do know that we are going to use estuary. So let's just go ahead and grab the fonts. You can pick any flower you want for this little ticket. But what we're gonna do is, if you've been around, if you've been a friend of the channel, you know that estuary is literally one of our favorite fonts. And I'm gonna show you guys how you can download a font and how you can upload a file. So we're gonna make sure we download estuary. You'll understand here in a minute. Let's go back to our cut files, and let me just pick a cut file. I'm just gonna pick one of these bows just because, I mean, they're beautiful. Why not? I'm gonna download this watercolor bow so I can show you how to upload a Maker's Gonna Learn file and a Maker's Gonna Learn font, okay? So from there, we're gonna go over to Canva and we are going to go to create a design. Now, let's talk about creating your sizing for your design, okay? In my opinion, it really just depends on what you are creating it for, but if I'm doing something for, let's say, I know that I'm gonna print it on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to put it on an 8.5 by 11 document size. That way I know in my head, I can really put in there, I can figure out exactly how big it is. So I'm just gonna go to custom size. This is just the way that my brain works. If you all wanna do it differently, you can. I'm gonna change it from pixels because right now it doesn't really matter. I mean, the pixels, you can't see how big your design is with the pixels. It's just odd. So I change it to inches. If you're more familiar with centimeters, you can also change it to centimeters as well. I'm doing it in inches. Width is gonna be 8.5 and height is going to be 11. Now we're gonna go to create a new design. Now that we have our design created, a little bit on the canvas, this is gonna represent the piece of paper that we are going to be printing these on. So our next step is going to be looking for our ticket shape. So we're gonna come over here to elements and we're just literally gonna type in ticket. It's that easy. And you can see here we have graphics. These are actual photos. We don't want photos for this, we want these graphics. So I'm just gonna go to see all, and what you can do is you can scroll through all of these different ticket types and you can pick which one you like the best. Just know some of these are going to have the little crown on them. If it has a crown on it, that's gonna mean that it is a Canva Pro feature. If it does not have a crown on it, then that means it is going to be just a standard. Anybody that has a free account can use it. So just because I know not all of us has a free account or a pro account, we'll use one that I know for a fact
you can make today.
You can make today, absolutely. So this is one, I can even change the color. I'm gonna pick a couple because we're gonna play around with a few different things. I'm even gonna pick one that, like, I like this one, the fact that it has just a straight side on it. I really like that. But I do kind of like where you can tear it off, like this one right here. Oh, I think this one might be it actually, because I thought it was just an outline, but I can change this. So let's just go ahead. I've already found it. This is the one that I want. It is a free design. You can see here. And what I love about Canva is once you choose something, you can then, it gives you magic recommendations. So you can see all on the magic recommendations. You can pick one with a barcode. This one is cute. You can make it bigger. You can even, look, you can customize it even more. That's the same one that we have. Oh, no, it's not. This one has like little perforated edges on the sides. So it's really dependent on your style and what you want. But with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete both of these and we are gonna start designing this one. So let me zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colors. So I love really creating my own custom colors. You can choose from colors like the color palettes down here if you want to. My personal favorite is being able to choose my own custom colors. And I'm trying to decide what colors I want to go for today.
Ooh.
What are you thinking?
I've never been upset with some mint.
I've not either. We've not done mint in a long time.
Yeah, I love a little mint.
I don't know. We'll stay with it. I
Maybe
like
mint and maybe some slate gray could be good for text. Very like relaxing. Maybe it could be a spa day coupon.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Boom.
Oh, but I did download that bow. But I don't need the bow. It's gonna be a spa day.
Okay.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna show you how to upload something from Maker's Gonna Learn onto your computer. But let's just say you wanted to add the bow. Let's just go ahead and show you how to do that. So once you download once you pick your colors, whatever, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to uploads. You can upload files if you want to, but what we're gonna do is I'm going to bring my Finder into view, which I have not unzipped this file. If you double click it, you can unzip it. Now you can see it is unzipped. What we can now do is drag and drop.
Love it.
It's as simple as that. You can see it even comes in with the background removed. Pop that in. Look, there you go.
So good.
And now we can add our little bow to this. So actually, I'm changing it. Sorry, Tanner. I'm gonna come back to colors. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab my picker tool and I'm gonna get this dark pink in here.
Love it. Ooh, look at that.
And then we can do light pink writing possibly.
Now I feel like you're giving a rodeo. Like I feel like it's getting rodeo.
Okay,
like, are you
I'll
doing
stop.
a rodeo? No. I'm just saying the bow reminds me of the rodeo.
How does the bow remind you of the rodeo?
Know. What does it remind you of?
I don't know.
Okay,
Coquette. I don't know.
What's that?
It's just that it's what's in style right
Well,
now.
what would
Tanner.
be the Lauren?
I don't like that
What
color.
would be for the bow? Is it like a girl's day? Is it?
I think
is it
it's gonna be a girl's
shopping?
day.
Okay, I love that.
I keep playing around with it. I think I want to go light again. Let me try it with the light. Oh, not the background. I want that
Love
one.
it.
We're gonna go back to the picker. I think that's it. I don't know why this is. I accidentally turned that pink. I want it back.
Lauren's
white.
getting wild.
I'm getting wild here. Okay. I really like where we're going with this so far.
I love it.
Okay. So, Cynthia said, how did you do that? So if you're talking about the picker tool, all I'm doing is I'm selecting my color, going over here to document colors, clicking this plus button. Sometimes this picker tool is going to come up, sometimes it's not. And then you can click that and you can drag and drop it really to anything on the, put this blue up here if I wanted to, I'm not going to, but you can put it on anything in the screen and color match something if you have the picker tool.
Right.
Now, how do I get off of it? What am I doing? I don't want it now. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna go back.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So now that you've got that, we are going to type in what we want on our ticket side. So I told you we were gonna use the font Estuary. Now, before I teach you how to download a font into Canva, let's come together because you can only do this if you have Canva Pro, but I still want to make sure you all know how you can do it so that you are equipped to have that knowledge. You're equipped with that knowledge so that you can determine, do you think you're gonna use more fonts than what Canva has? You can make that decision yourself. So back over into Canva, what we're gonna do is we are going to upload a new font. Now, you would think that it would work from here to upload a new font. It's really weird where you find it. So what you have to do is if you'll go to Brand Kit and you come down here, no, where's it at? Fonts, right here. If you go to Brand Kit Fonts and you edit your fonts, manage upload fonts, this has changed.
Right, yeah.
This has changed a lot.
Totally.
Okay, well, manage upload fonts. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose your file. You're gonna go to your downloads. You can type in Estuary.
I'm wondering if this is just if you're wanting to do a brand kit font and not just like a regular top box.
No, this is for normally for any font. Now, let's just add a text box here.
Because
you can come over here and upload a font. But what's been happening is we've not been able to upload from there. It gives us a like an error message.
Right.
Like estuary, like it's not even, oh, there it is. Open. Oh, it worked this time.
Yay.
That's the one thing. It's just kind of going back and forth. So if you'll do it that way, that's probably going to be the easiest. So let's go back and let me do that all over again, because it kind of threw me off that Canva has changed just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a text box. There's a couple different things that you can do. You can come over here to the right where it says text, and you can click add a text box. Simple, easy. Can I put you onto a little thing?
Yeah.
With this purple, if you click on your page, you have the purple bounding box around your page. Did you know that you can click the letter T on your keyboard and you get a text box? That is for both Windows and Mac.
Love it.
That is literally my favorite. That is absolutely my favorite way of adding a text box, is clicking on your page, hitting the letter T on your keyboard, and a text box appears. That easy. So once you have added your text box, if you come up here to your font, you can see all of the font types over here, but you can also see at the very bottom of that window, it says upload a font. So what you're gonna do is click on that, you go to your downloads. Once you have downloaded the font from Maker's Gonna Learn by clicking the arrow pointing down like I showed you earlier, you do have to unzip it, but now what you need to do is you need to search for it. Because like I said earlier, when we've been unzipping our fonts, they've kind of been getting lost in our downloads, but when you search for it, it will pop right up. So you can click on it, open, and upload. So we have uploaded it. You're just gonna click yes, upload anyway, and it will be there. So now if you'll type in estuary, your font will be right there. How cute. So now we're gonna type in Girls' Day with Aunt Lauren. Although I am not technically an aunt yet, but y'all, I want to be an aunt so bad.
Tell your sisters to get with the program.
Dude, I don't think you understand.
They have one job.
I want to.
You're ready to fulfill your auntie duties.
I'm so ready to be the best Auntie Lauren ever.
I mean, you're already Auntie Lauren to my children, and you're doing a great job.
And you're doing a great job,
Lauren.
And I try to be Auntie Lauren to all my friends' kids.
I mean, you do a
because I don't have any nieces or nephews myself yet. And that's what kills me.
I'm digging.
Meredith or Sarah, if you're watching this.
Are you going with the brown? Is this like a little brown action? For me,
I hadn't been, but I love the brown action.
I do.
I think I'm
From
gonna go.
this far away, it looks brown.
It's black, actually.
Oh, I think brown ties it in. And this font, can you just highlight this font again? What's the name of the font?
Estuary.
This is a good one. Don't ask me to pronounce it, but I love it. I love it. Love it.
I am digging that brown action. Tanner, who knew that you were a designer?
I mean,
you can't really tell a difference until you zoom in, but it needs to be maybe a little bit lighter of a yummy chocolate brown.
Maybe. Oh,
let me come back a little bit more orange with it, and then like up in here. Oh, that's it. That's the yummy chocolate brown that I was trying to go for.
Boom, boom.
Right there.
Love it.
That's to die for. Now, what you can do if you want to add other elements, for example, we just have an outline around that. You can come back to elements. We're gonna go off of magic recommendations. We're just gonna do square line, or we'll try that. Like this. Oh, yeah. Love all of these. Let's see if I want, where did it go? There it is. The only thing is you kind of have to be careful with the aspect ratios of this. So we can even go back to elements, exit out of this, and go over to our basic shapes. if you want to do it that way, or you can create your own lines based off of these right here, which I love. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it, but we'll just do rectangle line. Oh, rectangle line border. Nope, I don't want to go to shapes. I want to go rectangle line border graphic. We're just going to leave it like this.
Awesome.
So either way you go, whether you decide to go all out and really add some really cool elements, it really doesn't matter. This is going to be our general product. Now, what I do want to do is I want to check the sizing of this. So I'm going to drag and select all, because I don't want to just size the ticket and not size everything else. So currently this is 5 inches in width. So I'm going to grab a t-shirt ruler, because I can't find a measuring tape.
Whatever you got works.
Whatever you got works. And we're just gonna kind of measure this. So it looks like it's a little bit more than 5 inches. So we're just gonna pop it up.
Just to let everyone know, our program, our membership will work for any die cutting machine. I know we're getting asked about quite a few different ones.
Yep.
But yes, it'll work for any.
Absolutely. So what we are doing now, after you have designed your ticket, we are going to go to share. We want to download this as a PNG, because it's a print and cut image. So we are going to download it as a PNG. If you have Pro, you can download with a transparent background. I am not going to do it with a transparent background today, because I want to make sure even our friends with a free account know exactly what to do. If you have Pro, click this box, and when you go to upload it into Design Space, you're going to have 0 issues. The background's not going to be there, but I am going to show you how to do it without the transparent background, okay?
Love it.
So I'm going to click download. It is going to download right here. You can see here, it is there. Now what we're gonna do is go to Cricut Design Space. We're gonna be done with that. We're gonna go to New Design. We'll save that guy from yesterday that you all loved. Kathy said, is there a way to see the size of your elements in Canva? Yeah, I did to see my size. There's not a way unless you scale it up or down. You can see in the bottom left hand or bottom right hand corner, do you see where it says W 5.5 and high H 2.1? That's telling me that the width of this element, everything together, is 5.5 inches and 2.1 inches in height, because that is the metrics, or that's the units that I put my document in. If your document is in, let's say, pixels, it's going to give you the pixel size.
Now listen, y'all, listen up. None of this matters.
No.
Y'all hear me?
It doesn't.
None of this matters, because why? Unless you're printing it straight from Canva, we're not. We're Cricketers. So we're gonna take this file. You wanna make sure it's not 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels,
right,
or you will not be able to upload it to Cricut quickly. So don't be getting all worried about your sizing, because you have to tell Cricut. Do not, this is a mistake I see people make. If you be making your size in Canva and then think you can automatically just pop it into Cricut, it's gonna be perfect. Always measure twice, cut once. Same thing applies here. You wanna make sure, I love that Lauren's designing in an 8.5 by 11, because it's easy. You could make a whole sheet of these on Canva if you wanted, but you don't have to, because there's easier ways to do it inside of Cricut. So that's why I think it's very important, just to come back to us, the way you'll see Maker's Gonna Learn, myself, Lauren, and Alicia teach Canva is unlike any training you're gonna get anywhere else, because we have you in mind, unlike a designer that's go teach it, you know, somewhere else. Like, even if you go to the Canva website and try to watch their trainings, they don't understand your goal. I think this is a really good example of you don't, like, this isn't, it's a great question, but it's not needed right now. And the transparent background, Lauren's gonna walk you through how to remove that in Cricut as well. So great question. I love that you all are like ready to learn. I just don't want y'all to be like super overwhelmed either. So
now you do have rulers up here, just so you know. And another thing that you all may not know or understand or know where to go to is you can go to over here. And then if you go down to the bottom, you can actually type in what width and height you want it.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to because I have it exactly where I want it, but you can in advance under positions at the very bottom, you can type in width and height and you can lock your ratio as well.
Love it.
Just so you know. We also had somebody say group it first. You actually don't have to in Canva. If you download it as a PNG, it flattens it for you.
Love it.
So we have downloaded it. We're going back to Cricut. We have our new canvas here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to upload, upload image. I'm gonna pull in my Finder. Here is the ticket that I created. So I'm gonna pull this down, drag and drop. You all know that is our favorite way to do that. And you can see that I still have the white around it. That was the representation of my page, okay? Because we didn't do it as a transparent background. So what do you do from here to get rid of the white? If you'll go to continue, you can, if you have Cricut access, you can automatically remove the background, but we don't need that. We don't need that. All we have to do is click this white.
Boom.
And look, it's gonna go away for us. You can even zoom in and make sure that all of the white is gone around it. And it is. It looks beautiful. And now we're gonna go to apply and continue. We want this as a flat graphic, okay? And then continue. Oh, she said to see the size, you group it. Gotcha.
Love it. Now, our friends asked, is Canva free? Yes, there's a free version, and as you get more advanced, there's a paid version. You may ask yourself, is the program right for me? Should I take the $70 off if I've never used Canva? Yes. If you're curious on if you need Pro or not, I have a very, very, very detailed video that will help you make that decision. And I even give you some tips and tricks to think about when you are thinking about when to use Pro or when not to. Like for example, in November and December, you may want to use Pro because you're doing a lot of projects, you're doing a lot of designing, you're doing a lot, and then you could cancel it. So it's one of those things you can come and go.
Yep. So now that we have gotten rid of that, is our audio good? Okay, beautiful. Then we're gonna go to upload. And y'all, there it is. There it is. Now, Cricut will now tell us our dimensions, and it says 6.97 by 2.6. Now, one thing that I have noticed, actually, you know, we're not even gonna go there. So, has low resolution, it's fine. I don't want this 7 inches. I actually want it back down closer to like 6, 5.5, right there. Now what you can do, this is one layer. All you have to do is go to make it. I'm not gonna save it today because it's not super, super important. And now we're gonna go to continue. We are going to send this to our printer. I do want to turn the bleed on for this one. Now, let's talk about when to turn bleed on and when to turn bleed off. If your color runs all the way to the edge and there is not a white offset, you are going to want to leave bleed on. That way, Cricut, your machine has a little bit of room for error, and all it's gonna do is bleed around the outside of your design just a tad. If you have a white offset on your design, you can turn bleed off. We're always going to use System Dialog. We are gonna go to Print. Sometimes the System Dialog will pop up in front. If it doesn't, try pulling Design Space down and it's popped up right here behind it. We are using the Canon TS9500 series. I am feeding this from my rear tray, and This is gonna be completely up to you. I have gotten into a habit of turning my media type to photo. Although we're not using photo paper, I have found that it just gives, it's like it deposits a little more ink. So I get a richer color, but know when you do this, your printer is going to use more ink. So that's gonna be your personal preference. You can leave it on auto select. I personally like to have, put it on photo, but no matter what media type you select, you are always, always, always gonna go from normal to best.
Beautiful.
Always. And then we're gonna go to print.
Love it.
So I'm gonna run out here
Lauren's
and grab
go get
our
it.
print.
Y'all, let me know what questions you've got. It's Friday. I hope you're having a great time. If you're having any errors with audio, our apologies. I think it would be more of a YouTube thing because everything on our end is beautiful. So we hope that gets worked out. Refresh your page. We love it. And what type of paper are you using? So we're just using cardstock. We're using like a thicker cardstock to make this. I would do at least 80 pound. 110 pound is my favorite. We've linked it down below. So good. It is awesome. So when you're doing the perforation, you can use the perforation blade, but you don't have to. We just kind of love the look of what it looks like. So the print line is, you know, going to have that dash. So it is so, so fun. I also want to share, we are designing a college football like little tag that is like, I'm obsessed with. It's on our Instagram right now. Pop over there. Lauren is probably go teach it because she's like a huge football fan.
Oh, so yes.
I thought that was what we're teaching today. So like, if you love this, you're gonna like really like that one.
Is it on our September content stuff?
I have no idea. I saw it on Instagram. Was it last year?
No, I just created it like a month or so ago for a friend, and I was like, this is so cool.
I'm obsessed.
We need to make a reel of it.
What was it for?
It was a groomsman proposal. Ooh. Instead of a bridesmaid's proposal. They decided they wanted to do a groomsman proposal. So I made it look like a backstage pass or like a field pass for a college football game. And it was like, will you be my groomsman? And it had all of the stuff on there.
Yeah, it's so
really
cool.
It's really cool. I did it all in Canva in like 15 minutes.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
So now that we have our print, and you can see what I mean by the bleed, it looks very wonky. I don't know how
it just adds a little, you know, I love bleed.
Yeah.
I always turn it on. We love, we have no problems with thicker cardstock because we use the rear tray. Printable material, printable vinyl, printable sticker paper, thick cardstock. Make sure you got a printer with the rear tray.
Yes.
That's the secret.
Honestly, printer with a rear tray, it feeds beautifully.
I'm over here saying we got a lot of like craft projects that we don't even have on the calendar, but I love that one. We should
we need to add it.
We gotta do something because that is good. It is beautiful, beautiful.
So this is a medium cardstock, about an 80 pound cardstock. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna choose medium cardstock, and then coming over here to our Cricut, we are going to load this in. Now, if you wanted to add a score line to that dashed line, you could do that. But y'all, let me just show you how easy it is for this. Hold on. Let me make sure my Cricut's doing what it needs to do.
Going.
Let me make sure it's doing. Okay, we're gonna hit play. We're gonna hit play. Lovely. Okay, so look how easy, where it has these like cutouts there, it's like it automatically folds itself.
Yeah, it's really...
But this is also not a ticket that you're going to be tearing that bottom half off of.
You're keeping this forever.
Right, we're keeping this.
I do want to say, you know, we've had quite a time. And I've never recommended anyone to purchase the perforation blade. So like, I'm not going to tell you to buy it. You want to show them the one we did test with the perforation? Is that?
I don't think this was with the perforation blade. I think this was just the file in and of itself had ridges.
Well, anyway, you could add that, but I mean, I think it's plenty. I think it's plenty.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Such a fun one. This is such a practical one for this time of year. I don't know about you guys, but as the kids go back to school and, you know, it's harder to find that time to hang out with them, like this would be great to give someone that you adore.
Now, mine is a lot bigger than the
Lauren,
ones.
you are bringing energy.
I'm bringing the anti-Lauren energy today.
Of course it is.
So this is what we talked about yesterday, the going with gravity when you're taking it off your mat. Look how easy that come up. It didn't, and I mean, can we just?
I love it.
And that's it. This is how easy it is to create a beautiful ticket, like a gift ticket for whoever in your life. It's that simple.
So good.
Can you do it in Cricut? Yes. Do you have as much freedom? I think you have you have more elements to work with in Canva, but you can do it in both. But it's just such a good technique.
It is so good.
I love it.
Sadie, will you put us on this camera and could you go to the door? I have our nanny a birthday cake to be picked up. Could you go grab it? Our good friend.
So let's go overhead and show you guys what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making this cutesy poopsy little card. It's a tri-fold card.
So cool.
Look how cute this is. And this is already a pre-made file on our website. So you all don't have to go and figure this out, how to make this. This is a pre-made file on our website. However, I am going to show you how we can change this up and what I would do personally to make it a little bit different. We may do like a happy birthday. I don't know. We'll do something. But this is on our website. We're going to pull that off the website here in a minute. What you're going to need to create this craft is, of course, you're going to need some cardstock paper. Shout out Celebration Warehouse, Ashley Falco cardstock, our absolute favorite. It's the best. This is what we're going to be using today. On top of that, you are going to need a scoring stylus or a scoring wheel, depending on which one you prefer. Here, we really like the scoring stylus just because we can put that in clamp A and not have to move things around, especially if you have a Maker or Maker 3. If you use a scoring wheel, it is a great tool to have.
Especially for like more deep scoring, like deeper scoring lines.
Glitter cardstock is one very good example that a scoring wheel, in my opinion, works better.
I agree.
But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna catch us using a scoring stylus, okay? Next up, we'll go back overhead. We have precision craft glue. Now guys, we've talked about this before. This is the super tight precision craft glue. You can use this, you can use a zig pen, you can use, I think there's like the Barely There Art Craft, something that I've seen a lot of people use that really like it. It truly doesn't matter. We're just gonna have to have some type of precision tip craft glue for this. An ATG gun or a tape runner is not gonna work with this one. So we are using this super tight precision craft glue today. I do have some reverse tweezers. This is gonna come in very, very handy when it comes to holding and placing the glue and placing these down on your card. And then of course we have mats. Yes, I have 3 because I was in a hurry. And anymore, I don't know what mat is sticky and what mat isn't.
Y'all, we're trying to find some really good off-brand mats. You know we've been swearing by Nicapa forever, but we feel like the qualities went down recently.
Let's talk about this real quick. So we bought, Tanner bought, I kid you not, probably 100 mats.
Yeah.
Back, like I'm talking like 10 or 20 packs of mats.
Yeah.
We've already gone through probably half of those because these Nicapa mats, I don't know what is going on.
It's like they got busy and started lowering their quality.
Yes.
They didn't have time to like do whatever they were
Yes. And I am not a fan of it. I don't know what's happened.
It's like one use. You use it one time
honestly,
and it's not sticky anymore. It's
like
the weirdest
this
thing.
is, I mean, look at this standard grip mat. Well, first of all, that's broke. Let's throw that away.
It's almost like, you know when you use a sticker and you stick it once and you try to stick it somewhere else and it's not sticking anymore? That's the same
This strong grip mat was used probably one time. It does have paper on it. A strong grip mat, if it was used one time, I should be able to stick my hand down on it and pick it up off the table.
Yes.
It is not.
Yeah.
Like, it's not at all.
Well, you're about to use it for a paper craft. If that
I mean,
tells
I'm
you
going to
anything.
have to because look at how unsticky it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's cray-cray.
Anyway, side tangent.
Monty cut, Lorraine. Okay, I'll look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've thought about trying HTV Ronce mats. We bought some Temu mats that were bomb.
Yeah, we
A
did.
while back, so maybe I should order some off Temu.
Kathy said she's bought about 20 mats and they don't last for more than 5 uses. It literally irks me to no end.
Because we know they used to be really good.
They used to be
Yeah.
so good. And I think it's because people caught on. Like, they were probably one of the first off-brand mats. And they were really good at the time. And, like, people started catching on and they started selling, like, hotcakes. And
Yeah.
now the quality is just not there, and I am very disappointed. So we are on the hunt
We're on the market.
for new mats.
Yes.
Just so you guys know.
Yes.
So you are going to need a mat, whether that is a light. You all know that with cardstock, 9 times out of 10 you're going to use a light grip, maybe a well-loved standard.
Yes.
Please don't try to use a strong grip. I don't even know that I'm really comfortable using this strong grip today. I'll probably try to put it on this standard and go from there. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. And I'm trying to get my computer turned on. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's hop over. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to hop over to the Makers Gonna Learn website, and we are gonna go to our cut file section. And from there, we're just gonna search Father's Day and hope that this card pops up somewhere.
It's probably like on the last page.
I'm sure.
It's definitely in the description of the YouTube video if we wanted to.
I know, but the problem is that when I go to YouTube to find the description, the volume is up on that screen and I don't know how to turn it down. Father's Day card.
Come on.
Does the card have anything to do with it? And I get some.
There,
oh, there it
she
is.
was.
Father's Day card. Beautiful. Found it. Okay. So what you're going to do to download this is you're going to hit this arrow pointing down. That is going to download this Father's Day card that we're going to be making today, or any kind of card. I'm going to show you how we can customize it. From there, you're going to hit this, you're going to double click and open it up because it is a zip file, so we do need to open it up. It is an SVG, of course. Somebody did ask, can you do this with vinyl if you want to do the words in vinyl? Absolutely, you can.
Definitely. That would be cool.
It would honestly, might even be easier than having to glue every single piece down.
It definitely would be easier.
You could even do HTV.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
I might actually have you pop me that peach with this
Oh,
purple.
that's cute.
Would
Yeah.
be really cute. Okay, and we might do HTV just to show you guys. Who knows? So what you're gonna do from there, you're gonna go to upload. We're gonna upload image. You can either browse or we can drag and drop. So I'm gonna go back to my Finder, grab that and drag it and drop it here. Now, yes, this is backwards right now. Do not fear, my friends. It's supposed to be backwards because look, let's go overhead. It is backwards when you open it up and lay it flat because it does bend together. So this is gonna cut out like, it works. Just trust us on this.
Just trust the process.
Trust the process.
It's one of those.
So we're gonna go to continue. We're going to upload that and you can see that it does pop in here. Now, the first thing that we need to do is keep it grouped together and we need to size it down. Now, the size that we are going to be doing today, let's double check this size and I will let you guys know. Okay, so what I would do, first of all, let's hide this and let's hide this and this and this. Okay. So what you can do automatically, so this could fit on a 12 by 12 piece of paper, is you could make this, what is it, 11, is it 11 and a half? You can do something 11 and a half to fit on a 12 by 12.
That's
so
as
what
big
I
as
would
you can
do
make it.
is I would just go to my width and I would automatically make this 11.5, knowing, and that way I know for sure that this will fit on a 12 by 12 piece of paper.
Yeah.
From there, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna wanna pull this drop down menu. You see this arrow, I can click it and it hides everything, or I can click that arrow and it expands. I don't wanna ungroup just yet because I want to, actually, you know what, we probably do need to ungroup and then we'll come back in and attach. So, you can see that we have these two score lines right now, our basic cut, and we need to turn them into score lines. So what you can do is you can come up here to the ungroup button. We're gonna ungroup this, and it then kind of expands everything so you can see it all. From there, I'm going to grab these two lines here with my shift key held down, click this one, and I'm going to come up here to operation, and I'm gonna change that from basic to score, okay? So now when I click off of it, you can see that those are dashed lines. That is telling you, you have now told Cricut, hey Cricut, I don't want you to cut these three pieces apart. I want you to score down, I want you to cut the outside of this all as one and score down the middle. However, you still have one more step you have to do before you can just automatically go to make it. What you need to do next is, because we ungrouped, you have to come back over here to your layers panel and select both of these score lines as well as the outside of the card, and we have to attach them back together. Yes, it brings all of that forward, but y'all, if you just want to make a Father's Day card, that's it. That's all you have to do. Super, super simple.
So easy.
Okay? Now, if you wanted to make a different card, but you wanted to use this as a base, Kelly, nope, this is not a print and cut. We are cutting this all out of cardstock. You can go back and re-watch from the beginning, but we really haven't gotten that far into it yet. So if I were making this for a different day, whether it be a birthday or Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, literally anything, first thing I would do is I'm going to grab a text that is similar to this, which this one to me, correct me if I'm wrong, looks like Fat and Happy.
We have a font named Fat and Happy.
Mm-hmm.
I tells you how much I don't know that font, and
think-
you know I know all the fonts.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't think a font.
No, okay, it doesn't look like Fat and Happy at all.
It's giving like.
But there
Silas.
is Fat and Happy.
Okay.
Oh, I bet it is Silas.
We don't have the font linked for some reason. I think because it's a file.
It is a file. So this
Okay.
does, let me toggle back to Design Space. The R's don't look the same. Do you see how the R's
Yeah.
in Silas is like that?
I honestly feel like, Lauren, you could do a different font for that middle word. Like if you're doing happy birthday, you could do like birth in script.
Birth.
Or like if it was Valentine's would be a better example. Like happy Valentine's in a pretty script
That
font.
would be very pretty.
Or happy Mother's Day in a script font. You know,
Yes.
even though Mother's Day already passed. But
Yes.
you get what I'm saying.
I get it. I love it.
Let me see what that font is. Will it let you do the little hack in Design
No,
Space?
because they're all basic cuts.
Try it. Sometimes.
It just says Father's Day card.
Dang. Okay, let me brainstorm. Let me look on Cricut Design Space for the original. And I'll be right back with you. Please hold. Please hold.
The original thing?
Yeah,
No,
font.
she made this in
Illustrator?
Illustrator.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, there
She made
you
it in Illustrator and pulled it in. So we're trying to find, it's not Hank, but it would be cute to do Hank.
No, I feel like you could get away with even using Silas.
We might just use Silas. I want to do something with Wonderland first of all.
I know, it's so cute.
Wonderland is...
Hey, remind me of that font when I'm doing Georgia's birthday party.
Yes.
Because it's fairies and I need to use that font.
It's
That'd be
not
perfect.
Text Me either, but Text Me looks very similar. We may just... It's not Arlo.
No.
We may just use Stylus.
Yeah,
just to show you guys how you could do this. And really, once I show you how you can do this, you can use any font that you want. Truly. So let's just go back to Design Space. If you want to do Father's Day, this is it. You're good. You're good. Okay? One thing I would do, though, if you are doing this, if you're cutting this out of vinyl, if you're cutting it out of cardstock, it's okay for it to cut backwards because you can flip it, and Celebration Warehouse cardstock is smooth on both sides, so it really doesn't matter what side you use. If you are cutting this out of vinyl, what I would do is I would come to right here, I would go to flip horizontally and make it straight across, okay? Did you see how it was before it was backwards?
Yeah.
Because it came in, it fits, you can see it fits. Let me bring it to front. That's back, front. Here, it fits this like it's supposed to because the card bends. But if you're cutting it out of vinyl, you're gonna be actually putting it on the back side of that. So what I would do is flip that horizontally, and that way you can cut all of this out of vinyl, okay?
Beautiful.
Now, if you are wanting to change it from like Father's Day, or you're wanting to change the font, here is what I would do. The first thing I would do is you're gonna need to grab a square. So I'm just gonna grab a square, and what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see this. I am grabbing a square and I'm lining that square up, and we'll go in as far as we can, to the top of this green card, okay? So I need to select this, and we're just gonna bump it down just a little bit, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch it this way, and you see how it's just sitting right there on top? And let me select it. When I bump it up, it's too far up. So right there. Now what you can do is, we're gonna have to unattach these because because they're attached, if we selected the square in the card, it's not going to let us slice. So we're gonna have to detach these score lines right now, but you need to make sure that just the card and not the score lines and the square that you have chosen, or that you've covered that up with, are both selected here and here. And what we're gonna do is we are going to slice that. So now we can get rid of this, and get rid of that.
Ooh.
And now we have just a basic square, and I'll zoom back out.
This is the kind of crafts that get me excited. I love manipulating files.
I'm obsessed with manipulating files, okay?
It's my fave.
So now what we can do is we can bring in a text box, and we can choose what font we want. Let's just go to all of our system fonts. We'll just do Stylus because it's similar. Except the R's. Let's do a script font.
But there's no R in Happier Day, so there's nothing to compare it to.
I know, but let's do a script font, like you said.
Yeah, I think if you can't find something the exact same, you should go the opposite and do like a contrasting font. And we do go
Sunny Days is a really thick,
that's
good
cute.
one.
Yeah. Oh, I love that font. Maybe type out birth and see what it looks like. Bertha.
Is somebody here?
Did someone knock on our window? I heard it.
Okay.
It's our ghost. Oh, okay.
Not digging it.
Lowercase b, maybe?
No.
No, just to see what Stylus looks like so my heart can feel like contented. I mean, Lauren, it's pretty dang close. It's pretty.
Okay. We'll go with it.
It's pretty dang close.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it. And I just moved those. I just moved that, and I need to reattach. Okay, so before I go anywhere else, where I'm going to attach these score lines back together, because although why did they stay back in the back? Let's bring them up front so I can see them. I just am gotta, you know, whatever. Okay, so we're good. So Happy is still here. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Is it Variant? It's Variant. That's the font.
Oh, it's Variant?
Yes.
Okay. I bet it's not downloaded on this computer.
I've been browsing through fonts.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's Variant.
And this font, a lot of people are like, is the Y kind of off? It is, guys. That's like the vibe of the font's kind of like messy and like whimsy more.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm bringing, didn't mean to do that. I'm just meant to bring it to the front. Bring to front and pull this down because I just want to pull it down here so I can see kind of like what the offset is for this one, because how we're going to do this is I'm going to select birth here. We're going to add an offset. 0.25 is way too big, so 0.15, let's try that. Still too big. 0.1. Better, but not that great. 0.13.
I added the font to the description so you all can download it.
Okay, I think we're gonna go with 0.2. Does that look right to you?
Yeah, that looks good.
Although it went away. Offset 0.12. That's what it was. 0.12. Apply. No.
Sometimes the offset function does that for whatever reason.
Offset 0.12. Fine. 0.125. Apply. Okay? So now what you must do is you must make sure that that offset is touching your card. So let's bring it to front. So we see that this offset is overlapping the card. That's what we want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select the card. We are now also going to select the offset. We're going to go to combine and unite. Yes, you do. You do. You do have to flip it because remember it goes backwards that way. So before you attach it, we have to come up here to flip horizontally. I know it doesn't look that different right now. Then with the offset and your card selected, combine, unite, and now you can see that it is, let's just pull it down here. Why did my things go away?
Your score lines?
Score lines. Where are they?
Because you're doing too many things. There they are.
Now they're basic cut again. Lordy day, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a Monday. I don't know how they reverted back to basic cut, but they reverted back to basic cut, and now I can't even go change them.
Can you just add in your own?
It
That
didn't
is
even
so
attach.
weird.
Okay, you know what, guys? Can we start from the beginning?
Yeah, do it.
I know that this is confusing you guys because it was confusing me, and I don't know why it did that. So let's start from the beginning.
The more times you do it, the better you get at it.
Yes. Okay. Here we are. We are, first of all, getting rid of that.
This is exactly what it'll look like when you pull it in from our website.
This is exactly what it's going to look like when you pull it in. First thing you're going to do, come up here to your size, keep it locked in, 11.5, enter. Great, good, beautiful. Okay, you have to ungroup you have to ungroup. We're pulling our words out, and we're gonna zoom in. If you don't want to change Father's Day, okay? If you don't want to change Father's Day, all you have to do, change these 2 lines to score lines and attach. Before we do that, we're gonna get rid of Father's and add birthday. So we're pulling in a shape. First of all, I'm so sorry for all of the confusion. I do not normally teach like this, and it is bothering me. So
You're starting fresh.
we're starting fresh. We're covering up Father's, okay? We're covering that up, and you can see when you zoom in, there's still a little bit of a gap there. I'm going to select the square, and I'm just going to bump that down so that it sits right on top of that other one. And we are selecting the card. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see it. We're selecting the card here, okay? And selecting the square. After we select the card and the square, we're gonna hit slice, and we're gonna get rid of that, all of the slice results. Now, I'm changing the name of this from slice result to card base. That way you all can see it. So this is the base of our card.
Beautiful.
We still have our lines here. We have still not moved our base, so we can still add our lines. But before we attach these score lines, before we do anything else, we are going to add birth, okay? We are using the font variant. We're typing in birth because we want it to say birthday. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger, like so. Make sure that these are similar in size, and they are. We could even make it just a smidgen bigger. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to add an offset to the word birth. 2.25 is way too big. We did 0.12. Let's do 0.125 and see if we can get that middle out of there. And we can't. Maybe 0.3. I would rather just, okay. So now we have our offset and birth. I'm gonna move birth away. Before we attach, we have to come up here to flip it horizontally because it needs to be backwards. We are going to select the offset and select our card base here. And now we're gonna come back down here to combine and unite. Now you can see it has united it all together. And now we can change. We can actually bring to front, change from basic cut to score, basic cut to score. And then we can select them all and attach them. So now we have our full card that is going to say happy birthday. I'm now going to change that gray to black, get rid of Father's. Beautiful.
And dismount.
And dismount. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We did it together.
I think sometimes, because it's funny, because like some of the projects here, we're all making the projects. And so
Yes.
some people do it one way and then we're like, oh, but we could teach this. And so I think it's good for you guys to see, like, you could just simply pull that file in, or you can do it this way and make it your own.
Right.
So we like to give options.
We
That's
love
our best
giving
and worst
options.
characteristic, honestly.
Best and worst. Best and worst. Okay, so now we are ready to start cutting the card. So I'm going to lay my cardstock down. And there it is. We're going to make sure that we braid this down really well. We're gonna go to make it. Now these you do need to separate out just a little bit, but we're gonna start here and we're gonna go to continue, and we're gonna cancel. We're gonna cancel, and we're gonna cancel. And we're gonna change it from a maker to an Explore 3.
There you go.
And then we're gonna go to make.
The devil's playing with the
church's money.
I don't know why we both knew to sing it in the same rhythm, but okay.
Because we're the same side. Two sides of the same coin.
That's funny.
So anyway, now it's going to select we are using the Explore 3. We're doing this on medium cardstock with a fine point blade.
Kelly made a really good point, and she says,
Excuse
flip
me.
birth.
This is what we need to do.
Yes.
Because I was saying, why is it not showing me the scoring stylus? Okay.
Kelly says to flip birth, which is a good valid thought, but you've got to think we flip the card because it's going in an accordion shape, so the birth layer is flipped, but the word is going to be read left or right like normal, and we're cutting it out of cardstock, so we don't need to flip it. Now, if you were cutting this out of HTV, all of the words will technically need to be flipped, but all the words will be going in the same direction. They'll all be going in the same direction.
Hand me that HTV. I think it'd be really pretty. Don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do the words out of HTV because I don't think we've ironed on HTV on cardstock in a while, and why not?
Do you have an Easy Press?
No, it's outside because I took it home with me over the weekend.
I'll get you one. Lauren was making hats all weekend.
I was making hats all weekend. And grab me a True Control knife while you're out there, please, and thank you. Somehow, because I stole this one. That was my fault. Beautiful. So I'm actually gonna do HTV on this card. Like I said, you can do paper, but I just wanted to show you like different ways you could do this. And we're gonna do it with HTV, first of all, because it's a lot more time. It would be a lot, if you don't have a lot of time, in my opinion, I feel like HTV would be the way to go because you have to go through and put glue on every single little letter.
And you gotta use your little tweezers.
And you gotta use your little tweezers.
Yeah, that's true.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the letters here, and I'm gonna edit this mat, and I am gonna mirror the whole thing, okay? We'll bring these in just a little bit more, so I need to cut right below the one. Done. So we'll go back overhead, and I'll just cut this off. Go ahead.
Gail had a question about the Canva course. She says,
okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have our score lines. I normally like to, and I know this is going the wrong way, but I like to do I like to give it a crease there and then bend it back the way that I need it to go. I've noticed that I just get a straighter line. Personally, I get a straighter line when I do that, rather than trying to figure out where it's at. So we're just bending our card, our trifold card, like this, and lining that up, and I'm just using a bone folder to make that crease nice and straight. So now you can see why we had to flip this backwards, because it pulls it in this way, and so now it's going to read the way that it should.
right. We had this dilemma with the giant card in Maker U last year. I was like, do I reverse it? Because like with the accordion
you flip
cards,
it each time.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing. And is that supposed to be meant to look like a tiered birthday cake? Because it kind of does.
I think so.
Because the other one was intended for Father's Day.
It's also meant to be able to stand up on its own.
That's cute.
So like you can stand it up.
I love it.
So now we have our letters.
Jan said, you're so tan. Lauren's getting so tan. I'm so jealous.
Oh, girly pop. This was just my first weekend out and about.
Listen, I be outside every day after work, every day. Okay, because of my kids, my children, they need to be outside. Look at me. Look at me. I'm pale. I look like I live in a basement. I'm not kidding you guys. I spend so much time outside. I don't know what's happening. I just don't get tan. And I even have leftover spray tan on me because I had family photos on Friday. I envy you tanners. Truly. I will say the older I get, the more tan I get. Or maybe it's just more freckles.
Oh, see, mine is the complete opposite. The older I get, the less tan. Growing up, if I was outside in any bit, like for any length of time, I was very much like Emerson.
Yeah.
I would look like...
You would just brown up.
I was anyway.
Yeah.
I got so tan when I was younger, but anymore, I just don't, which is fine.
Tony
I
Choka.
also wear a lot more sunscreen these days.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too. I wear a lot of sunscreen. You know, back in the 90s, they didn't. Nobody cared. We were putting baby oil
90s and
on.
early, yes, baby oil and tanning beds and all the stuff.
Lemon juice in your hair.
Yep.
Tony Choka says transparent. Not me. Just spitting facts, okay?
Okay.
So funny.
So let's go back overhead, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put the HTV on first. I'm going to start with Happy. We're just lining this up with the offset.
Ooh, that looks good.
Doesn't need a lot of heat.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at that. And then I'm going to turn it this way to do the birth. Like that. And just boop.
If you put too much heat, it like curls the cardstock up.
Yes.
Sometimes.
And then we're going to turn it back this way and do day.
Well, that's just too dang cute.
And then just a little boop.
A little boop.
Just a little boop.
Approximately
And
one
look how, I mean, HTV on paper really does stick so easy.
It does, and it looks good, you know.
Except my A, for some reason, isn't wanting to stick. Probably because I'm doing it on a cold surface. But it's all good.
That looks so
look.
good. Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's what Ruby says all the time. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
it is 100 times faster. It is easier. This is very cute, and it does give it, I will say, it does give it a little bit more of like a 3D effect.
Yeah, it adds some dimension.
But
It's cool both
I mean,
ways.
either way. But honestly, I do think that this would look really good. It would, if you find the right script font for that, that would look really good. Or you could do birthday on one line in script. So happy birthday, the birthday in script, and then do a name down here.
Yeah, that'd be cute too.
Like happy birthday Alicia or happy birthday whatever.
Yeah, I love that.
So easy and so stinking cute.
And like you can change it to whatever you want it to say, honestly.
I know.
How adorable, okay? We're gonna be teaching you all this design technique, so you don't actually have to create a volunteers one. Obviously, we're Tennessee, we love the volunteers. It's football season, like this is perfect.
To our detriment sometimes.
Yes, so like, is this not so cute? So we've used 3 different colors of vinyl to create this effect. You will not believe how easy it is to do this, okay? This was the first thing that we made. We were testing out puff vinyl on regular vinyl with the same technique. So this is actually red metallic puff over top of white and blue HTV. I think this is so cute. I love it. The puff did come out a little wavy, but I still really like it. Like I think it turned out cute. So you can do this design on a shirt. You can do it with HTV. We use actually adhesive vinyl for our charcuterie board. No, we did not seal it. Yeah, we'll probably still use it. That's gonna be totally your discretion. If you wanna seal this, you totally can. Really, it's just decorative. Or if you just like don't care, you can put food on it. It's your life, you know, just live it.
It's definitely not something, first of all, let's make it clear. This is not something you're going to put in the dishwasher, period.
Yeah, don't.
This is like just a decorative piece that you are going to, if you put anything on it, You're probably gonna put like cheese and crackers and just wipe it off.
Yes.
Nothing that's gonna seep or leak on top of it. This is strictly, we truly just wanted to find something to put this on that looked cute that we had two of.
Yeah.
That wasn't a shirt, because we are doing something with shirts tomorrow and we don't want everything that we do
to be shirts. I know. But y'all, this is a Dollar General. The DG. The DG, $5. They had a bunch of cute blanks. I feel like I bought this when I bought a bunch. Like, I just saw a bunch and I was like, oh, I got to get that. I mean, that's so cute. Leather handles. I mean, it's bamboo. You could engrave these if you had a laser. This design would look so fun on a laser.
Now, are we saying that you could seal this if you wanted to with Maker's Magic?
Yeah.
If that's something that.
Yeah, you totally could.
That's something you want to do, you can.
So you're going to have some type of base. Depending on what base you use is going to determine what type of vinyl you use. You can, if you use a wood base, you can use adhesive vinyl or HTV. Typically, whenever I do HTV on wood, I use a lower heat setting. It adheres really well to wood. But today, we're going to be using adhesive vinyl. So you can use permanent or removable. Really, it really doesn't matter that much. Permanent's going to stick better and longer, probably.
You could even do HTV.
Yeah.
Did you say HTV?
Yeah. I was saying HTV if they do it to use a low heat setting, because it goes on so easy. And then I've got some orange adhesive vinyl. This is, well, I'm going to be using one of these. The Oracal 651. We also highly recommend Starcraft. That is a good adhesive vinyl brand. I've got some Caesar transfer tape. So this is just a gridded transfer tape. I personally love Caesar's transfer tape for the most part. And then we've got this beautiful, and we cannot figure out where this is from. It's like a gray
gunmetal,
like a true
gunmetal.
It's like a grayish, blackish, beautiful, yummy metallic. I love it. We're going to use that for the outline.
Literally the only sheet we have. Don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it's just it was sitting in our stash. And then I've just got some white Starcraft here. So you can use whatever colors. I would recommend to do for your two main colors that they're very contrasting. So you can see I've used white and orange. And then here we used white and blue. Now we did have a football design originally, and I had brown in the middle. And that was pretty cute, but the outline looked janky, so we didn't go with that. But make sure that all of your colors are very polarizing. So you need to have contrast between your orange and your white, and then your outline also needs to really pop off. So try to stick to like a white outline as long as your letters aren't white, or a black outline, or like a dark gray, which is what we used. That's going to be really important on getting the effect across, okay? So let's go to Cricut. Let's go out of here. What are you guys making for the holidays? I feel like it's like the season to start crafting.
It is the season.
Like we are in, I'm trying to think of what I've made recently. I was making birthday stuff. I've been making mushrooms like crazy.
You about to make some more birthday stuff?
No, Ruby's not doing it. We're not going hard for Ruby. It's her third birthday. I've decided 1 year, 5 year, 10 year. I can't.
What I'm saying.
No, it's too expensive. You know what I'm saying?
1, 5, 10, 13, 16.
Yeah, we're doing, Ruby wants Minnie Mouse Princess Mermaid situation. So I'm just going to like decorate our living room and have my family over. So that's what's happening.
Yep.
Anyways, okay. So we are in Cricut Design Space. You could definitely, I won't say definitely. You could do this in other design softwares, but it's going to be the easiest for y'all in Cricut Design Space. So we're going to be using a font called University today. This is a Maker's Gonna Learn font. I am going to go to our website for those of you that are new around here and you haven't actually seen our dashboard. This is where all of our fonts and files and everything that you get access to once you become a member will live. So in our fonts, I must not be logged in. Hold on a second. Log in. In our fonts, we get new fonts every month and new cut files every month.
Yeah.
But this font is not brand new, but it's not old either. And I've been using the heck out of it because this is like a trendy font, in my opinion. I also feel like these would sell really well. Like if you did pop-up shops and stuff,
Okay, so this is the font we're using. If you want to download it, all you have to do is click this little arrow, and then we are going to click this folder right here. It's gonna unzip that folder. So this is the original folder. This is what happens when you unzip it. I'm gonna double click on the font and then select install font. Okay, so now it's on our computer, but let's go back to Design Space and make sure that we load it into Design Space. So it will automatically come into Design Space. All we have to do is go to View and, View and Reload. And now it should be loaded into Design Space. Easy as that. Okay, so we're gonna start with our words. Now I recommend doing one word. So whatever your team name is, if you're gonna go with a team name situation, and I recommend a bold, blocky font. Scripts are not great for this type of thing. You wanna do like all caps, bold font. Like even if you're doing something besides sports, I would still go with like a really bold font. We have one called Blake, that's really good. Plain Jane would be a really good one. I think I used Carlos for one. I don't know. I think University is just a really solid option here.
University is a really good one.
Yeah. So we are just typing out whatever word, and then I'm going to duplicate this 4 times. So you can come over here to the left side panel and hit duplicate 3 more times, or you can hit Command D, Command D, Command D. Okay. And then we've got 4, and I'm just going to drag them down, and I'm going to click and drag and just space these out a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys a little trick for making sure your spacing is perfect. So I'm going to select all of them. And before I do that, I'm going to go to Align Center Horizontally. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to go to Align and Distribute Vertically. Watch what happens whenever I click this. Not a lot. I guess I have a good eye. I just have a good eye. But normally, let's say like these were a little bit too close together or far apart. Whenever you select all these and then hit Align and Distribute Vertically, it gives even space in between every single word. So I'm gonna actually pull these just a little bit closer. I don't want them touching, but I do want them close because we're trying to create like a sheet of letters behind our design, so it really like is defined.
I think you need to center them again too.
Probably. I've been moving them around. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Now, we need to slice a shape out of these words, okay? So what I'm gonna do, because when we slice things, we need to only have 2 layers. Right now, every single one of these words is on its own layer. So I've got 4 layers. I cannot cut through 4 layers. I can't do it. So what we need to do is create 1 layer image with all 4 of these lines of text. So what I'm gonna do is come over here to the combine functions on the bottom right of the dash, and then I'm going to select Unite. Weld would also work in this instance, but Weld is more permanent. I just go with Unite. They're very similar. Unite is just reversible. So I'm gonna hit Unite, and then look what happened in the layers panel. It's on 1 layer now. Now you can drop it down and you can see that they have sub layers, but technically Cricut Design Space thinks that this is on 1 layer. So that makes it super easy for us to slice through it whenever we go to get our shape, okay? So now let's go retrieve our little megaphone file. I'm gonna go to our cut files. We have a huge library of cut files. So, I mean, you can look for days at our cut files, honestly. You can go to football if you want to get some inspiration. If you're not feeling the megaphone, there is football, there are footballs. What else do we have? The football helmet we were going to use. But you want to use a really solid, simple shape, okay? You can't go in here and do this project with like anything super intricate. Let me show you the football helmet that we were going to use because it was really cute. Honestly, we could do that one today.
The football helmet one was really cute, but also the football.
The football, yes. But it
would have been cute, but we just needed to, there was a lot of things that we needed to do.
Finagling, yeah. Yes. The helmet also had some finagling too. But like you could use something like this because it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. But we're going to just stick with the megaphone. I just want to keep it really simple for you guys so you can actually like complete this project and be successful. The megaphone's so cute too, in my opinion.
So I'm going to be using this file right here. And we're not using these pieces, but I'll show you how you can just take the pieces of it that you want. So we're going to go ahead and download that. It's going to pop into a zip folder, which when I click on it, it's going to open up. And then there's our SVG file. I'm just going to leave this dialog box open right here. And then I'm going to open up Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to open it up. And then we're going to go and upload the file. So over here on this left side of the screen, you can see there's an upload option. And then I'm going to select upload image. And then come down to my Finder or your File Explorer, wherever your files live, and you can click and drag your image. You can see it turns it green. That's how I know it's going to take it. And then I'm going to hit continue. You're going to take it. When I said that. What is that movie?
I wasn't listening.
Wanderlust. Is that the movie?
I've never seen that movie.
With okay. No.
Oh yeah.
I can't say it on air, but if you guys have seen Wanderlust and that scene with Paul Rudd, then if
Yes,
you
I
know,
have.
you know.
Yes, I do. Yes, I know. Yes, I have.
Yes, I do. Yes, I know. Yes, I have. Oh, Lord. Okay, sorry. So upload your image. You can rename it. Ready Ball is not. I'm going to name it Megaphone. That way, next fall, when I go searching for a megaphone in my already uploaded files, I can find it because I wouldn't call it that. Okay, upload, and then it's going to just pop into our little area. Now, whenever you get files like this that have many layers, you can go over here to the layers panel and just hit that little drop down arrow, and you can see all the layers are kind of living right here. So all we need to do is select the one that we want to get rid of. Select the ones we want to get rid of. So I'm going to select that one and hit delete. I'm going to select that one and hit delete. And then we're left with this one. Now that's upside down in my brain. And I'm a cheerleader. And I was a cheerleader, so I feel like I get to say if that's upside down or not. Yeah. I guess technically, like, I don't know. It would be weird to like hold it up here and do it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, you're going to be like, a,
yeah,
rah, rah, ree.
Kick them in the knee.
Yeah.
Rah, rah, ras.
Any other?
Kick them in the
other knee. Oh, Lordy day. Any other cheerleaders in the house? Shout out. Lauren, did you ever cheer?
No.
You
girl.
never cheered?
No.
You're girly. I just figured you would have at least cheered like
Nope.
1 or 2 times.
Softball, basketball, volleyball,
Not me.
dance.
I was gymnastics, cheerleading, dance, and then track. I got into track really hard. Okay, anyways. Okay, so you're going to blow up your file. And I don't want it to cover my entire thing. So like, I'm not pulling this all the way to the edges, but I want it to fill up like the general middle vicinity, okay? So I am going to just kind of put this wherever I think I want it to be. Now, if you want to see what's behind this, you can come up here to operation and change the function to guide. And then it's just going to turn this into a red outline so you can see where it's going to slice through your letters. So I can see exactly where it's going to cut. I'm just going to change this back to a basic cut. And then now what we're going to do with our 2 layers, our megaphone layer and then our words layer, we're going to click and drag and select both layers. You can also click a layer over here in the layers panel, hold your shift key down and then select the other layer that you want to slice it with, and then come down here and we're going to hit slice. Okay, now, whoa, that looks crazy, right?
Wow.
Wow. So you can see it's completely sliced out all of these layers, okay? We don't need all of these, so I'm going to delete those top 2. Oh my gosh.
You might need to just take it out and put it on your sweater.
I'm so sorry. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, good. So you're going to delete those first 2 layers, and then you've got this layer right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and change these colors so you guys can really like start seeing the difference here. We're going to change this to white and this outer layer to orange. Okay, go Vols. Love it. Beautiful, right?
Yes,
Okay.
queen.
Yes. Now from here, I meant to duplicate my image, but I didn't, so good on me. I'm going to go and select that image and add another one to the canvas because I messed up. And I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want again. Okay, and we're just going to rotate this around and then size it back up. Just size her on up. If you really wanted to get specific, you could get the measurements of this sliced out portion, which is 11.652. And then I'm going to change this to 11.652, and it'll be exactly the same size. It should be. Holy moly, that's a lie. Why did it do that? Let's try this. 20.1. Is that right?
No. You've got it twisted at the different angle. I would bring my other one to the front to double check it.
Sorry, I have my concentration brain on. I just need to twist the angle a little bit. That's
That's
pretty dang close.
I was about to say, you better not twist the angle too much on the volunteers because you need to fit it back in there. I guess it doesn't matter though.
Yeah, because
you're going to be manipulating
anyways.
it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so then when you've got your basic shape, so hypothetically speaking, before I cut that megaphone out of the volunteers, go ahead and duplicate your shape. So whenever you create the words and then you size your megaphone up, go ahead and duplicate your megaphone. That way you've got an extra one ready to go. That's the same exact size and you don't have to go through and like resize it like I just did. So I'm going to take this little image right here and I'm going to actually be doing an inset, like very small inset. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. I'm just going to select my megaphone, okay, my solid black one here, and we're going to come up here to this offset option. And you can see if I do an offset, it's going to give me an outline, but the inset is going to work better for what I'm wanting because I want it to be, like if I do an offset, it's going to kind of go around the edges of where I want it.
It's going to cover up more of the orange and less of the seam where the white is.
Exactly. So I'm just going to do an inset. And let me zoom. I know it's probably really hard for you all to see. That's why I was trying to zoom in. Can you even see that? I'm going to do it as a negative 0. Let's do it a little bit more. 181. And then I'm going to hit apply. Okay. So I've got 2 layers here. And then what I'm going to do is select both of those layers. So the offset layer and the original shape layer, and then just I'm going to hit, we could technically exclude this. Nope, let's just slice it. Okay, so select the offset layer and the original shape layer, and then you're going to slice it, and then you're going to delete out all those internal layers, and then you're left with the little megaphone guy. How cute. Looky there. Perfect. And then that's all of our shapes that we need. Okay, and then obviously we're going to be manually putting these onto our board so we can line everything up perfectly, but this is going to give you a general idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, so before we cut it, we need to make sure that we are sizing it to our charcuterie board. So let's go overhead and measure and make sure that we're not cutting this way too big. Yesterday, I did this about 9.5, I want to say. These boards are like 11.5 inches wide. So if we did like a 9.5 cut, it's going to kind of fit pretty big. I like it to fit all, like fill up as much space as possible personally. So I'm going to select the entire image and then I'm going to come up here to my width and to change it to 9.5. Okay, it looks like it shrinks it really small, but we measured, so we know 9.5 is going to fit good. Now, let's look at our board, and it's changing the height to 5.8. So we want to make sure that that's going to look good too. So this is like ish, where it's going to be like that tall. So that's perfect. So then back on the share screen, we're going to go to Make It, and we're using the Explore 3. Let's plug her in. Help me plug her in. Plug it in. Do they still do those commercials?
Do they still do commercials, period? I don't know.
I don't know. What's a commercial?
First of all, I did watch commercials the other day, and I was like,
You watched what?
I was watching commercials because I was watching a football game.
Oh, yeah.
And they obviously have commercials on live TV still, which a lot of people don't watch live TV.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Commercials have went just downhill. I mean, but I don't blame them.
Poor commercials. They're just struggling to make it.
They used to be so clever and witty and cool, and now they're just...
It's not it.
They're just not it, sis.
Okay, so I've got a standard grip mat here. And let's go to make it. Let's save our project as Vols Charcuterie. That's how you spell it, right?
Don't ask me that
I'm
question.
just kidding.
I still call it a shark coochie, so I don't know.
I'm just joking. I really can spell.
You really are trying to catch me off guard today, aren't you?
Hey,
I'm just over here being quiet, trying to let you do your talking and do your stuff and not interrupt.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's
you
so
just
funny.
trying to get me to interrupt and say something.
I'm just trying to make sure you know how to spell charcuterie. Okay, so we're going to start with our white layer. And I'm just going to take this is adhesive vinyl, so we're putting it vinyl side up.
I just now saw where you spelled a charcuterie. I couldn't see it from here.
Charcuterie? What do you call a charcuterie board? Charcuterie?
Yeah.
Okay. So white, I'm burnishing it down with our burnishing tool or squeegee, whatever you want to call it, just to make sure it's sticking down. We're using a standard grip mat.
There's our helicopter
adhesive
friend
vinyl.
again. Do you hear him?
Yeah, he's coming in for lunch.
Yeah, I know.
We have our neighbor drives a helicopter.
And we think we're about certain.
Could be the Secret Service.
We don't know.
I don't know.
One of the two.
Okay, let's put this in. Do we have a lot of cheerleaders? I didn't see what y'all said.
We had a few. So here in just a minute, I've already seen some questions. So how can we get that? And actually, while you are doing that, are you going to go ahead and weed that, or are you going to start cutting another one?
Oh, let me take this off and we can cut another one so you can use the computer.
Oh, I was just going to go ahead and show them where they could find it.
Yes, that's perfectly fine. Look at me. This mat is sticky. I need to cut.
You do that, and we'll show them here in a minute, because I want to
Okay.
make sure you guys know and understand where you can find these, and you can find them on your dashboard. And they are accessible to anyone that is a member, whether you are a monthly or a yearly. You do have access to these. You just don't have the printed and shipped books sent to you. But you do have access to digital copies of these books as soon as you get it. And you can go ahead, if you'll go ahead and show them where they can find those, I will weed this for you.
Okie dokie. So I'm cutting out my orange layer next. The font book guide comes as a part of your membership.
We did it as a promotion when we first created the font book, but we did not actually order a lot of them because we didn't think that people would want them.
I think that people love them, and I told Tanner, or I was telling Courtney, that we need to offer them again because everybody loved them so much, like the printed out copies. Okay, so if you get logged into our website and you are looking for where to find your font pairing resources, your Cricut ref guide, the 30 days to master your Cricut, all of those are going to live under your resources in your dashboard. Thanks. So when you get into here, you're going to see here's your font pairing guide. If you click on it and open it up, it's just going to give you a PDF that you can simply scroll through. And I'm going to show you Lauren's favorite.
This is, okay, so this is my favorite. And this is why our friend, who asked? Somebody said, are we going to update the font book with the new fonts? And yes, we will eventually. We probably won't
we just made
reprint it.
Yeah.
But we will add more fonts as we get new fonts. But this right here, the fact that this is digital, I don't think you all are understanding how fast you can get to these fonts.
So I just clicked on a font and it brought me directly to the download page. So let's go back. Let's do Vegas. Oh, I love that font. I would love to just download it. Oh, okay. Let me just click on it.
Click on it. guess what it does? It takes you to that font.
It takes you right there, and then you can just download it.
That's why, that was my argument as to why the font pairing guide is so much more useful in a digital format versus a physical format.
Right. And like,
but I mean, I also understand why people want a physical book to look through.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, font pairing guide, 66% say they pick up their font pairing guide more than their Cricut versus Cricut reference guide. That's some good information. Screenshot that. Screenshots. Okay, you guys told us. So I'm cutting out the orange layers and the white layer is already weeded. It's gonna look like this. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm just getting two little things. So the white layer is gonna look like this for now, okay? And then we're cutting the orange out and we're gonna cut our little outline. Now the orange layer kind of takes the longest because it's the most detailed. And then we'll cut out our outline and then I'll show you guys how to put this on your board.
And right now would be a great time if anybody has any questions about anything that we have done as far as the designing portion, what Alicia did in Cricut Design Space. I did see that somebody said this was so much more simple than they thought it would be. It really is.
It is.
And it looks so complicated, but it's really not.
Honestly, y'all, though, I feel like that's a lot of stuff in the Cricut world. I think that Cricut projects can be very daunting and they look hard. And like, that's what we're here for. This is what we do. Like, we want to show you guys like, hey, break it down into bite-sized pieces. And it's really not that hard. You just need someone to be like, hey, you can do it. Like, you can do this. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to teach you everything you need to know, all these basic concepts and design concepts that you can know, like the slice function and the offset function and things like that. And that way you can start incorporating them into creating your own, your own projects. So
get acquainted with your dashboard. Do not overlook your reference guide section.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever overlook your reference guide section. There's so much good stuff. Ashley, hi, Ashley from Virginia. Love that you are here with us. Definitely, in my opinion, first thing after you get signed in, get in the Facebook group. Introduce yourself in the Facebook group. Let us know you're here. There are some amazing people in that Facebook group. Next, check out your reference guide section. There's so much information in the reference guide section.
are you talking about the resource?
A resource.
Okay.
Did I say reference guide?
You said it twice and I was like, I don't think she's meaning to say
about 10 times actually, if we're being honest. It's like I latch onto a word and I repeat it 10 times.
It's okay.
Sorry about it.
We'll allow it.
Anyway, resources. Resource
guide.
Resource library.
Yes. Okay, I am just cutting off the excess vinyl here. Why aren't you cutting for me?
Also, welcome Kelly. This is Kelly's first time on a live.
Hi, Kelly.
They said, I love your channel and I'm from the UK. Welcome, Kelly. So glad to have you.
Yes, lovely. Okay. Me and my husband, this is a really off topic, but since Kelly, you're from the UK, maybe you don't watch bad television. But if you're like me and you do watch bad television, then you may have seen The Circle or Love is Blind UK version.
I'm obsessed.
The UK version's my favorite.
No, I already watched it. I would much rather watch the UK version because I swear to you, I feel like they are so much more emotionally mature about everything. I'm just like, this is a breath of fresh air.
I know. I'm like, first of all, the American one, I'm like, are y'all
It's just
okay?
like, I can't. The American one is too much for me.
I think they're just
Love is Blind UK all day, every day.
Yes, me and Trey talked about this. I was like, wait, this is so much better than the American version. Like, what have we been doing watching the American version?
I mean, it didn't ask me what have I been doing. It's like, where are you living that people are acting
like this
and not emotionally mature people?
It's awful. Even just like, I was like, oh, they're just acting crazy for the show. But like, then seeing the UK version, I'm like, they're not acting crazy. I'm like, they're acting like normal people trying to find love, Mm-hmm. So anyways, that was a random tangent. Okay, I'm just cutting this extra vinyl off. Guys, I think I'm going to get brown nails at my next nail appointment. I had brown chrome last year, but this girl at volleyball last night had brown, and it was so pretty. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting that for sure. Getting that for show.
Have you seen where people are getting, oh, I'm getting Moscow Mule? It's literally just copper. But they call it Moscow Mule because I don't know.
On their
if they-
nails?
Yeah, because it's like the color of a copper
Is it
mug that a
chrome?
Moscow Mule comes in.
Is it like a chrome
It's like
color?
a brown chrome, yeah.
Oh. I've heard it called a glazed donut.
Nope, they're calling them Moscow Mule, and they're copper. They're
Like
just
a
copper.
cowgirl,
Cowgirl copper is red. You mean you
when
want
they
red
have
hair?
red hair, yeah.
Or the blueberry milk nails, you want light blue.
Light blue nails.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I guess it's fun to make up names for things.
It is.
Could you grab me a pair of scissors?
Yeah, I can.
Wow.
Got you, girl.
You're so helpful.
It's because I took them.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you can, there's lots of different ways to layer vinyl. I like to lay down, I'm going to lay down this layer, and then I'm going to pick up my white layer, lay it down, and then pick up my outline layer and lay it down. That's what makes me comfortable. I don't like to try to do it together. Yeah. And it's just going to be the easiest for you guys. You'll pick up your own ways of doing things as you get experience. This is just the way that I feel the most comfortable with, and it's the most mistake proof in my opinion. So I'm just cutting a piece of transfer tape the size of my decal. You want to make sure it covers most of your decal. This one covers my entire decal. Do not try to transfer decals without transfer tape. Okay? Don't do it.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. And then we're going to fold this like a taco. Okay, so it's kind of bent in the middle, not touching. We're going to put the middle of our transfer tape down onto our decal, and then we're just going to kind of fan it out. And then we're going to take our burnishing tool that I keep losing.
Okay, so I'm going to answer this question.
Oh, I dropped it.
What the F says. Why wouldn't some of the other designs work? Because of the weeding. So sometimes the designs, so first of all, the football design would have worked if we would have had a proper file to work.
Yes.
We're actually in the process. This live was, we decided to do this with you guys yesterday, so we were kind of pressed on time.
Using what we have.
Using what we have, not also using the materials that we have. That's why maybe the orange doesn't specifically match volunteer orange, but we're not gonna talk about that. It doesn't matter. It's still beautiful. So you can use designs, but you want to use designs that are a little bit more simple and not as intricate, because if you use intricate designs as your shape, you're going to lose your shape. It's going to look way too busy and it's not going to make sense.
And then you can't see the word that well. There's a lot of things you run into whenever you start using intricate shapes. So you want to use a generalized, generic almost shape.
One of our friends on here, I think her name was Emily. I think Emily said this would be really cute for a Christmas t-shirt that just said Mary across of it. Or across of it, 4 times Mary
with a
Christmas
cane.
They said a Christmas tree
on
the inside and do red and green. So the green inside is the Christmas tree and the Mary on the outside is red.
That's
perfect.
Yeah, that would be super cute. You could do a be mine and do a heart. We did a baseball. This was, I don't, if you were not in the beginning, this was the first one we ever did, and it was baseball. So you can do lots of stuff. It doesn't have to be super intricate, but okay. So I've burnished it down. Really good on the front, flip it over, burnish it really good on the back. And now we're going to remove the backer, okay? So your decal needs to be sticking to your transfer tape. You do not want any of this orange coming off onto the backer. It needs to go off onto the transfer tape, okay? So this is our backer. You can throw that away. And then we have our decal here. And now I'm using the lines of the wood grain to kind of line my stuff up. You can get really specific with it and measure it all out if that is what kind of person you are, but it's just not who I am as a person. I am an eyeballer. Ooh, it's staticking.
Static clinging.
You guys, I feel like you're putting pressure on me.
Nobody's putting pressure on nobody. Nobody's putting pressure.
Okay, there we go. And then we're going to take the burnishing tool and burnish it down really good. You do this at like a 45-ish degree angle. And then we're just going to remove this transfer tape. Now I'm going to reuse this transfer tape so you don't have to throw this away. Sometimes your stickers will want to come up with your transfer, so you don't want to go too fast because you can pull your vinyl and then it'll stretch it a lot of times if you yank it too hard, or it'll tear it entirely. Which
I'm glad you didn't have. I'm glad the back of your head isn't. The back of your hair isn't greasy, because we just saw the back of your head for a good little bit. And
sorry.
Your red copper hair was beautiful.
Oh,
just
thanks.
shining in the light.
Was it just shining?
Just shining.
That's so funny.
Ugh.
It probably could be washed though.
Honestly, envious of your colored hair.
Thanks.
Oh no. I just saw where you lost the S. A minute ago.
I was like,
I'm
what?
behind.
SSS.
I'm behind.
You're in another time zone.
I know. I need to stop.
Carol said I say a prayer every time I try and line up this kind of project. Yeah, same Z's. Okay, so I'm reusing that same piece of transfer tape. I just put it onto our white layer. And we're gonna bring our project back in the frame. I'm gonna try to not let my big old head block it. We're gonna peel off this backer.
Oh no, girl, you're gonna have to block it for this one.
Probably, yeah.
To line it up.
It like gets more intricate as you go
Uh-huh.
into the layers. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna be lining up. Now there are hacks for lining stuff up like this. Like you can put parchment paper because it doesn't stick and things like that, but I just like to.
Alicia likes to wilding out on this stuff, to be real honest.
Yep,
Truly.
that's who I am. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna let you.
What?
Donna says, and that's why I love HTV. We didn't have the right colors for HTV, to be real honest.
I know, like, because you could do it either way, but we only had enough orange in actual vinyl. So now I'm gonna peel this off. It also helps to peel off your transfer like this, like kind of folding it back and then rolling it back. I don't know why this works better, but it does, especially with wood and stuff. If your wood is rough, you need to make sure that you are sanding it before you try to put vinyl on it, or it will not fly.
Yeah.
It'll peel off your wood. It won't stick. Okay, cuteness. I mean, that's cute alone, but we're gonna put an outline on it. I'm gonna try to use this transfer tape one more time. Can we do it? I think we can. I'm just gonna stick it right here on our little outline. You can use transfer tape quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 3 times really is like, but see, this is kind of a metallic vinyl, so it doesn't want to hold on because it's thicker. So I'm just gonna peel this off. If you find that it's not sticking, you can kind of go back in here and try to grab it again, maybe. What you got?
I'm just gonna let you show them what they can seal it with if they want to.
Yeah. Yes, Sadie just reminded me that we have our giveaways. So we're gonna do those here in just a second. I'm grabbing this vinyl because she don't want to come up. You gotta stick, baby. You gotta stick. Let's grab this one.
What are we giving away?
HTV Raw Auto Press. And $100 Amazon
yeah.
gift card. Dang!
$100?
Yeah. Okay, so
Boy, I could buy so much stuff.
So should we do a live giveaway and then one that we give away tomorrow in the live stream? You've got to be here.
They're both, anyone can be a part of it. So like,
Okay.
we'll announce the winners tomorrow.
Oh. So we're not actually giving it away today. We'll announce the winners for today, tomorrow, and then give away all those stuff tomorrow live.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, I really can't talk to you guys.
Just give it away.
Ain't nothing in this house worth fighting over.
We love to have impromptu karaoke here.
I've been wanting to go do karaoke. Was I talking to you about that the other day?
I don't know, but I'm down to clown with
love
some
karaoke.
karaoke all the time.
Lauren can actually sing.
I can actually not.
I can sing like Dixie Chicks when no one's around. Or like who else? I don't know. I can sing like Taylor Swift when no one's around. I can't really sing. Did I tell you guys that my mom recorded an album at my grandparents' recording studio, and it was all Dixie Chicks songs?
I would love to hear that actually.
She would love to show you if you ask her.
I'm gonna ask her the next time she's here.
She tells everybody. I don't know if she knows where it's at, but
I
like
just want to have a listening party.
She would definitely show you. Oh my gosh, I had a dream, you guys, about this person that I used to date when I was like in my early, maybe not even 20. And he was a rapper. First of all, I was dating a guy that was a rapper. And he was
Small town white boy rappers give me the biggest ick.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry if you're out there watching.
sorry if you're watching this. Anyways, he had a CD, and I remember showing my mom that CD, and I were all in my parents' house, and she was like, "Yeah, this is cool," and I was like, "No, it's not cool."
No, it's not.
It's not. Anyways, okay, so we got our outline on. Did I do it perfectly? No. Can you really tell? No. It's still cute. Well, I mean, these are cutie patootie. These are so fun, okay? I love them.
I did bring in some stuff for Alicia to show you guys if you wanted to seal this.
Yes.
This stuff right here is some of the best that we have found. It's, first of all, amazing. There is the glossy version and the matte version. That's the only difference between the two. That one is matte, which we've not really ever used the matte on a larger surface. Like,
No.
I'd be curious to see how it looks.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. It's like soggy.
No, Susan, we're not giving away a winner right now. We're actually going to be, as long as you're commenting here, you are immediately entered to win tomorrow, but we're going to choose a winner from live comments, plus we're going to give everybody else a chance to watch and comment on the recorded video, and we're going to announce them tomorrow at the top of the show.
Yes.
So,
okay, could you layer this onto one backer sheet instead of on the board? Yes, you can. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, I'm more comfortable layering it on the project as I go, but a lot of people prefer to layer it on the backer sheet as they go. That's totally your version, or your preference. The matte version is newer than the gloss.
Yes.
Kim says, love Maker's Magic. The matte, we love matte. Honestly,
for sure.
Matte people around here.
Now, if you're gonna use, I knew we had somebody say, if you're gonna use it for food, are you gonna seal it? That's gonna be your personal preference. Honestly, I will probably take one of these home just to use like for football games.
Yeah.
And I'm probably just going to put like cheese and crackers on them, and that's it, and then just wipe it off. Carol also had a good idea earlier. Maybe cut a sheet of acetate to fit that you could like just lay on top of it.
That's a good idea.
And then like pull the acetate off once you're done if you wanted to do more than just cheese and crackers.
That's a really good idea.
It's a brilliant idea actually.
Yeah.